Hi my friends, it is time for January hits and misses from me. This is different behind me. I'm sure if you are a longtime viewer, you're like, what is going on? If you're new here, welcome. Maybe skip ahead 1 minute and just kind of quickly address the filming issues I've been having, which is terrible lighting. Camera keeps focusing on things behind me instead of me, and literally, you guys, I have had to refilm at least 5 videos in the last 3 weeks, like film them twice because the first version just turned out so bad. So this for now is my solution, this background, and I'm just gonna have to go with it. And I hope you guys don't mind. In fact, I hope you like it. So getting that out of the way, this is my January hits and misses. I have surprisingly a bunch of fails this month, which I normally don't have a bunch of fails, but I do this month. So I hope you have had a good January. I am ready for winter to be over, but you know, it's not really anywhere in sight. Currently, it is just a blizzard outside this window, which that's another reason lighting is being affected, just winter in general, always being overcast. But anyway, I have a lot of makeup to talk about, and that's always fun for me, so let's just do it. So first of all, what is on my eyes today? The Queen of Hearts Colored Rain palette. So the brand is Colored Rain, the palette is called Queen of Hearts. It's really pretty, but it's actually a sleeve. So the palette itself is just plain matte black, kind of plain. I wish they would have done the design on the palette, but inside is actually beautiful. Like, it's gold, and you've got all these nice warm tones. I've used this quite a few times this month. I did a get ready with me with it first of all, and then I'm, like I said, wearing it today. I really like this. The mattes are really pigmented. The metallics are like beautifully buttery. They show up so nice on your lid. I wouldn't say that this is like the most blendable of blendable things you could ever find, but it does, like, it is easy to work with. It's not like you're spending forever blending back and forth. It's just not as blendable as, you know, some other things I've tried. So still really good. I love like the pigmentation you can get out of it. Like this orange, for example, like look at that. For a matte color, they really did really well. You know, it shows up. So I can't complain at all about any of that. The metallics are so beautiful. I always am drawn towards these beautiful metallic colors. So it's just like, what is it? Is it crows that go out and like collect pennies and shiny objects? That's what I feel like with eyeshadow. So anyway, I really like this. I don't know if it's still sold out. I know Jaclyn Hill talked about it after I bought it. I had bought it because I saw Tarababyz talk about it. And so it's obviously very popular right now, gaining a lot of popularity. I'm sure it'll come back in stock if it's not in stock right now, but it is worth the money. I think it's an amazing palette. One thing that I didn't even haul on my channel, I just purchased it probably about 3 weeks ago, and I've been using it a ton, is this new primer. NARS came out with 3, I think, different primers. I know one is like Smooth and Protect, which is this one. There's a Radiance one, there's some other one. I bought this not only because it's a smoothing primer, I figured it'd be good for filling in pores, but because it has SPF 50 in it as well. Now for my Canadian friends, SPF laws here in Canada are really weird. They're not allowed to print that it has SPF on it unless they pay some weird fees and stuff. So whenever you see it on the US site, if it says SPF whatever, it's the same one we're getting in Canada. They just don't put it on there. So I'm super happy that this has SPF 50 in it. You guys know I'm obsessed with sunscreen. So I'm getting my SPF in my moisturizer, and then I'm also using this, which makes me a very happy girl because I love to protect my skin and fend off any future wrinkles for as long as possible. But this actually is really good at like making my makeup last really well throughout the day as well. So whenever I use this, I've been seeing more longevity to the way my foundation wears, which makes me very happy as well. And speaking about foundation, let's talk about this. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. You know, it took me a long time to jump on this train. And you know what? Everybody that I've seen talk about this loves it, at least likes it a lot, you know? And for me, this has become such a huge favorite. I will say this. I have a feeling I'm going to go through this very quickly. I like to use this with a beauty blender because it's so full coverage that using a brush, to me, just personally, makes it almost look like a mask on my face. And I am wearing it now, and I feel like I'm getting full coverage, but it doesn't look like a mask. Like, it doesn't look crazy. But because I'm using a beauty blender, I think that's soaking up a lot of excess product because I want to shear it out just a little bit, you know? And so I feel like I'm gonna go through this very quickly. Like it's hard to tell how much is gone, but it's quite a bit is gone already. And I've only had this for a couple weeks now. But I will wear this on the days that I have to go to work in the evening because I only get off at like 9:30 at night, and I want my makeup to stay looking nice without having to powder, because a lot of the time I can't at my job. So whenever I wear this, I feel like my makeup just looks perfect, flawless, all throughout the whole day. Just love this. I have a couple other primers to talk about. One of them is an eye primer and one of them is a face primer. The face primer, just quickly, is the Professional from Benefit. I'm almost done this. It was obviously a sample size, but it's almost done. Like, I'm having to really squeeze it out. It just really fills in your pores so well. I mean, I know a lot of people know about this, love it already, but it has been a huge favorite of mine over the last month, and I probably will eventually repurchase this. I need to search through my collection and see what other pore filling stuff I have first, but for now I really like this. And then the Too Faced glitter glue. So this I did have a couple samples of before I purchased this, and I've just been finding it not even like for putting actual glitter on your lid, but for putting just shadows with a lot of fallout. This is such a good thing to use. So for example, these metallic shades from the Queen of Hearts palette, they definitely have fallout, and you need to do your eyeshadow first before you do the rest of your face. But then putting the glitter glue down, you know, only in the areas where I'm going to put that metallic eyeshadow, it just keeps it on really, really well. So love this. And I've been using this also with this palette. So this I got in my Beautylish lucky bag, and if you didn't see that, I'll link it below. It's a ton of fun opening those. I was so excited in that video. I know a lot of you already saw it. So this is what it looks like. I was so happy to get this palette, like over the moon joyful. And especially because I love wearing purple eyeshadow, so getting the purple one was so great. So I have been using this a ton. This is kind of it is matte, but maybe like slightly, I want to say slightly satiny, but it is mostly matte. That color, look at that, like that's a matte purple. Purple is really tough to do, and to get it to show up like this is great. Like, it does require a little bit of building up in the crease, which is how I've worn it, but it comes out so beautifully and it blends so well. So I've been doing that look a lot, where I will put this in the crease, I will put this kind of deep burgundy shade in the outer V, and then one of these three on the lid, which is nice to have options. But this one in particular, I have been dying over because it's just so pigmented and just, oh, it's so gorgeous. Like, look at that gold and how it shows up. I'm sure that I will overlay swatches, but there it is there. And the thing about the gold in particular though is that it has massive fallout. It's beautiful when it's on the lid, like absolutely gorgeous, sparkly gold, beautiful eyeshadow, but it does fall out quite a bit. So using the glitter glue is like perfect with that. But I did have one of you already ask me if this was worth the money. To me, personally, it totally is, because it's so hard to find purple shadows done really well. I've been really searching over the last year. I've heard that the sugar pill ones can be really great too. I haven't had a chance to try them yet, but this one is great. Like, if it's within your budget, I would say go for it. So I had a feeling that I might forget something in my Best of Beauty videos from 2016. And even though I went through my entire collection, I did end up missing something that really should have been in there, and it's only because I didn't have one at the time, and so it slipped my mind. Like, I was literally going through my collection reminding myself of stuff that I love. So the Lancome Hypnose Drama Mascara. This mascara is so beautiful, lengthening, volumizing, so black and gorgeous. So I have been testing a ton of mascara over the last couple months. I've been kind of going through my back stock, and you know, it's kind of been a slog in a few ways. Testing it out, you know, you get excited about a new mascara, but a lot of the time I find they're just a little bit lengthening, a little bit volumizing, but not like amazing across the board. And when I pulled this sample size out of my drawer to start using again, it was like the sun came out. It was like angels singing, you know, like finally again I have these beautiful long eyelashes, and I'm just so excited to finally be using this again. I will eventually get a full size of it. It has a really kind of weird S-shaped brush, but it just gives you that. I mean, it's called Hypnose Drama for a reason. They are like dramatic lashes. Obviously it's not going to be on the level of like falsies, but for a regular mascara, it is so good. Next is this blush from Paul and Joe. This was a gift that I got. This is like the most adorable blush in the world. So it's this little kind of cardboard packaging. It's got these little Siamese cats on it. Elvis want a cookie? Anybody? Let me know if you know what that's from. Okay, so this blush is so unique. It's all these little tiny balls in it, and then it's got little cat shaped pieces too, which is so pretty. It's so hard for me to give you a swatch though, because it's like all these little balls in there, but it isn't the most like pigmented thing in the world, but it is this beautiful pinky glow. And so I've been using it on top of a lot of other blushes. Like today I have the Mariah blush on with this on top of it, and I just love the way the sheen is. You guys know, like, I don't go for matte blushes hardly ever. Like, I always want a glowy sheen to my blush, and this is just like the perfect thing. So I love this so much. And then the next thing, I know I have like at least 2 more of these and I cannot find them. So the Sephora Collection Cream Lip Stains, I know I did put this in my best of the year for 2016, but I have to mention them again because I've been using them a lot, and they did just come out with a bunch of new colors. So again, I don't know where my other ones are. I've been using them so much that they're probably in my purse or something, but I just love the way these feel. Like, they're so comfortable. As for liquid lipstick in Sephora, it's definitely on the affordable end of what Sephora carries, obviously because it's the house brand. And I just love, like, they're very pigmented, they're very opaque, they're comfortable, they last super well. Just really love these so much. I was wearing this one in my last one. It's a raspberry one in my last video, duh. In the last video you saw me with purple eyeshadow wearing this very bold lip, and it's super pretty, like just a beautiful raspberry. And that is it for my hits, and now I have all these misses to talk about. So let's start with Lancome again. Since I sung the praises so much of that mascara, I'm gonna crap on this one a little bit. It's not a terrible mascara by any means. This is the no it's not. It's the Lancome Grandiose mascara. This is not the extreme one that they just came out with. I still really want to try that. This is the regular Grandiose that they've had for a long time. It has this weird, actually it's a weird shaped wand, but it actually is useful for, like, I like to hold it upside down and get in there. It's just really easy for like getting in your inner corner, etc. It's got these super short rubber bristles. I don't know, you guys, to me this is just a little bit of everything. Like I said before, it's like a little bit of length, a little bit of volume, but not anything amazing. And the reason I'm putting it in my misses is just because of the price. Like, it's $38 here in Canada, which is so excessive. Like, to me, this would be a very good $10 mascara at the drugstore. So that's why I'm putting it in my misses, not because it sucks. It doesn't suck, it's just not good enough to warrant the price. And again, for Lancome, the art liner. This actually came in a set, these two, and the primer. The mascara primer is okay. It's not my favorite, but it works fairly well. But this is so weird. So it looks like this. This part is the little pot, and then this comes out of it. It's got this little weird wand on it, which is kind of like clear, but it dips into the pot and you get the black liner on it. The liner itself is black enough. It's okay. Like, it's actually, the wand is fairly easy to use. My issue with this is that it just transfers all over the place. Like, it just rubs away, it transfers. I was not impressed with this whatsoever. The butter bronzer is my absolute favorite bronzer. I use it every single day. I'm trying to pan it completely. I love it, love it, love it. So of course, when I heard that they were coming out with butter blushes, I was over the moon. I was like searching the stores until I found it. I was there. I was ready to go. So I purchased this one, which is the Natural Glow. This is not a blush. It's barely even a highlight. Like, barely. It's not even like a subtle highlight. It's almost a subtle highlight. It just doesn't show up. I'm just so annoyed when companies do that. They knew. Listen, you guys, they knew. They don't just put stuff out without testing it. They know what this looks like before they give it to you. And so you shouldn't accept that. I'm not accepting it. I don't know, maybe the fairest of the fair, it would be a beautiful highlight on. But again, it's not a blush. It's not a blush. Even on a fair person, I don't think that would be considered a blush. So I just feel like that is just like not okay. And so that's a huge fail for me. Another thing that did not work at all was the Tarte Clay Paint Eyeliner Duo that I hauled. It was a little mini of the black and a little mini of a kind of brown bronzy shade from Holiday. I did get it on sale, but I returned it because, number one, First of all, you guys, I have been excited to try that liner for over a year. I really wanted to try that black liner, and so I was so excited. So I did use it. It transferred so badly. It was just bad. And then the next day I was like, okay, well, I'll try the brown one, and it had completely separated in the tube. Like, it was just liquid coming out. It was so gross. So I returned that to Sephora. I was very disappointed about that one. I really wanted that to be a huge win, but it wasn't. All right, very last thing, very last fail. You know that I have been kind of talking about doing a best of Essence video for a long time. That's one of the videos that I did film, and it turned out so badly. You couldn't see any colors or anything, so I still have to refilm that. So that is still coming, but I wanted to talk about these because they are brand new. And if you guys see them, I need to tell you not to waste your money on them. Even though Essence is super affordable, I'm actually kind of a little PO'd that I spent $2.99 on each one of these because it was not worth it. So these are the new Metal Glam eyeshadows from Essence. I got 2 of them. There's a bunch of shades. I believe this is like their take on Kat Von D's Metal Crush eyeshadows. I mean, why else would it be named that? So using them and swatching them, I wanted to keep my use kind of in one area because I wanted to show you guys. See around here and around here, that is the overspray that is on it when you first get it. So it looks really bright, metallic, beautiful in the pan. That is an overspray. When you actually use it, that will be gone after the first use. And then swatching them and using them after that, literally, there's no color. Like, I'm gonna show you right now, right there. Can you even see that? There is absolutely nothing there at all. Not one little speck of pigment. I don't even know. Oh, there. Okay, so I had to like really look close to see where I had even swatched them. They're just complete duds. So you know, there's stuff from Essence I love, and I will talk about everything. I think I have over 30. I want to say 30, it might be a little less, but I have a ton of Essence products in my collection, and I will talk to you about all of them. But because these are brand new in the drugstore, I wanted to just let you know in this video. So that's it for my hits and misses for January. Let me know in the comments what you've been loving, if there's any new launches that have come out that I really need to try because they're so amazing. But one last thing, I really wanted to talk to you guys. You know, I really appreciate your support. You guys have been amazing. Some of you are so like loyal, commenting on every single one of my videos and being such amazing subscribers. I really have been trying to grow my channel as much as possible, still bringing you guys what I think, what I hope is amazing content, informative content, valuable content. Like, I really have been committed to that. 3 videos a week for the last year. I don't think, maybe I've missed one, but I am really committed to you guys because you are so supportive of me. And so I have a favor to ask you guys. I really would appreciate it if you can start sharing my channel, whether you can share my videos, whether it's one that you really found informative to you, or just share my channel in general with your friends and family that would be interested. Obviously, only people that care about makeup are going to care about this channel, so don't just spam people. But if you really have friends that you think would enjoy my channel, if you could share it, that would mean the world to me. I am so close to 7,000 subscribers right now. I think I'm like 100 away, and I was hoping to be at 7,000 by the end of last year. It's cool. I'm like willing to grow at the rate that I am, but it would be so cool to get to 7 and then 8, and then of course I just want to keep growing. But sharing is just part of it, and I really appreciate those of you that do give my video likes and have subscribed and comment and all of that kind of stuff. Once I get to 7,000, I do have a little kind of mini giveaway plan. I just wanted to give you guys like a sneak peek. It's not like a ton of stuff like some of my other giveaways, but it is a decent giveaway for sure. So just a couple things in the giveaway. I have the Naked Smoky palette. I have this Essence gift set. This is all stuff in here, by the way, that I think is incredible that I've tested before. RCMA No Color Powder I have some Self Tanner, Tarte Mascara, Victor and Rolf Bonbon sample, and I'm sure I'll add a few other things to this at some point before the giveaway happens too. I wanted to give you guys a sneak peek at that. So if you are new, be sure to hit subscribe so that you can be notified when that video happens. But again, thank you guys so much for all your support. It really does mean the world to me, and thank you so much for spending your valuable time with me each and every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.